Hey guys, welcome to a brand spankingly new deep playthrough. Again, of an old game. I'm starting up quite a lot of old games lately, but yeah, they just crossed my mind and I was really like, hey, that's still my Steam library, let's dive into that one for a bit. So for instance, I started Aliens Colonial Marines recently. I think that's a 2013 game or something. I'm continuing my earlier playthrough of Dishonored 2 also. I'm not sure from which year that is, 2017 or 2018 I think. And now we have Sherlock Holmes, The Devil's Daughter from I think 2016. I really do like the Sherlock Holmes titles, especially the one before this one. I think it was called Crimes and Punishment. It was really atmospheric, really immersive, and I did play this one as well. Yeah, some time ago. I don't know, a year and a half ago or something, but offline. Only did one or two levels, and it just didn't really grip me that much. But I was last week playing Dishonored, and I don't know why it was. I think I was triggered by news that I read about a new Sherlock Holmes game being in development, which will be released in 2021. I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, somehow this The Devil's Daughter popped back into my mind, and I was like also in the mood for more of a less action-focused game and more, I wouldn't call it a walking simulator, but more just casually exploring a world, thinking a little bit about clues, just messing about a bit. So I decided to just boot it up. Here we are. It will be a deep playthrough, so I will have a broad approach. If there are collectibles, I will try to get them. If there is lore or dialogue, I will try to read and listen to it all. It will be hardest difficulty. The graphics are fully maxed, 4K, 60 FPS and everything maxed, which is pretty basic in this game. There are hardly any options. Shadows max, MAO max, text quality max, light shafts on and anti-aliasing max. I modded away any remaining HUD elements because they were quite unimmersive. Really big objective icons continuously in your screen. I despise HUD, so to say. I really don't understand why developers don't give the option to simply fully disable it. I mean, it's just, in my view, mind-boggling sometimes what developers do. Like, if you have to an interact button, you will see the button prompt popping up from start of the game till the end of the game. Like, gamers are not able to memorize what button to press when you want to interact with something. It's just... yeah, it has been done. Everything is being dumbed down so much over the past years. It's almost like the general IQ of gamers was considered to be higher 10 to 20 years ago than it is nowadays. But yeah, that's a personal gripe I have with games, so I just try to tweak it or mod it a bit and then disable any HUD related elements. So that is about the approach, deep playthrough, collectible hunting, highest difficulty level, highest graphics, no HUDs, and that is about it. Let's start a new game. Here we go. See you on the other side. Looking forward. Take on the dynamic life of the famous detective, a formal test of your deductive capabilities. You can always switch the current level of difficulty in your gameplay options. Let's go with Master Sleuth. Here we go. Sorry, I was maybe talking a bit loud, but the volume in my headset is also very loud. I hardly hear myself. I was saying that the game didn't grip me that much, and indeed that is the truth compared to the previous game, Crimes and Punishments. But I am for sure, when I was now thinking about it, like, oh, this is still in my library, I for sure want to give this game a chance, because I do like the concept. It's a niche kind of game. There are not a lot of detective games and yeah, where you get clues and you have to figure it out a bit. And it's like a totally change of pace from the open world shooters and chases and the cyberpunks and the what have you not. By the way, I also still have Cyberpunk 2077 and Watch Dogs Legion in my library, but I will really postpone them until those games are patched better. And to be honest, they don't appeal to me that much. Modern games, somehow, I don't know what it is. It's just all bells and whistles, but yeah, games from yesteryear, several years ago, yeah, sometimes I really prefer those. But what the hell was I saying? Yes, that this is in my library. I want to give it a chance. Yeah, there's one thing that is a little step back compared to the previous outing of the Sherlock Holmes game series, Crimes and Punishment. Is that in this game they also went that more modern route a bit, like the hip yeah, lowest common denominator approach, and that is that they, I think, added a lot more action sequences in this detective game with like quick time events and button meshing sections, and that is indeed not the way you need to go with a niche game like this. This Crimes and Punishment got amazing, I think, reception. If I checked the forums yesterday from the fan base, and I'm sure it sells well enough. So why do you want to cater to all the action shooting fans and open world fans? Why does almost all developers want to put everything in their game and then ending up with doing nothing very well, but everything mediocre, so to say? You can better just focus on, for instance, okay, I'm really a detective game, here are interesting clues, and just break your brain on those. Or I'm the fully focused first-person shooter, no clues here, it's just action all the way. I think, but of course, who am I? But that making choices and sticking to them is better than trying to cater to everybody and ending up serving nobody. But that is me, a lot of rambling. Last thing I will tell, this is the first, or say, chapter, Pray Tell. I'm not sure what that means, but I do remember that first section was an amazingly bad first impression. It's an annoying chase, and I know that and I also read on the forum others with me had to restart it quite a lot of time because you're really just not sure what to do, what to press, what the game expects you to do. But let's see if it indeed is just as annoying as I remember it to be. Here we go. See you on the other side. It's a pretty shaky, low FPS cutscene, I would say. Low resolution, 30 FPS or something. Looks pretty bad. Even for a 2016 game. Okay. I thought that chase section was actually that you had to play it. Maybe it's the next level. I think it's then the second chapter because I did play it.
Oh, I do apologize. Am I disturbing you?
No, please. Do come in, Mrs.
My name is Miss Alice de Bouvier. I'm Mr. Holmes' new neighbor.
Oh, I didn't have the pleasure to I am Dr. John Watson. Could we provide you with any assistance?
She is not the concern, Watson.
I'm... Then, what is this about?
That child standing sniffling behind her. Get rid of him, Watson.
But he is shivering with cold. And he is upset. What happened to him?
Little Tom knocked at the wrong door.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh boy, come in. Warm yourself by the fire. Can I offer you a cup of tea, Mr. Bouvier?
Well,
It is not as though we are disturbing you-know-who. Are we?
I suppose not.
Since you are our new neighbor, it is perhaps better that you know what he's like.
You're starting to worry me.
Well, Mr. Holmes is relapsing. This illness that he has seizes him when he finds himself with nothing to do. He becomes completely asocial. And alas, this is a very difficult, medically incurable case. Now this must stay between us.
Of course, I understand. How very sad.
But there is a cure, if only a temporary one. A thrilling inquiry. Most certainly. If he refuses this one, then his condition will worsen.
Oh, I am still here, you know. I didn't fall out of the window. Very well, then.
Thank you, miss.
Oh shit, is that... Also, I mapped the disable the HUD button to the same X button that also is dialogue. God damn it. Oh shit, now it's gone. Now it's here. Build a character portrait by paying attention to the details and determining their meaning. Red eyes, recent weeping. Right, now what? Alright, Tom. Caring parents. Pale skin, malnutrition. Anything else? Malformation. Holy shit, I don't have a lot of time, I must say. Ah shit, I missed the thing in his pocket. Poor character portrait, god damn it. Can't I do this again? Alright, I was just a bit distracted by I have to remap probably that disable HUD button, I think. Maybe I don't have to, but anywho, so what I wanted to say is with that whole intro scene and what we're doing now, this is exactly why I like this game. It is just very atmospheric. It's like Victorian age London. The fireplace is cracking. There's an interesting adventure coming up. So I really hope there are indeed not too many quick time events and that it really is dumbed down. But let's hope for the best. The only thing I would like to do is see. Yeah, god damn it! There's not a checkpoint. Whether I can do this over, because I really wasted quite some time with that character portrait at the start. Yeah, messing about with the with that HUD thingy. Ah, I can go further now. Nice. And now there's no clock, so how does that work? Why do you first have a clock and then later on not anymore? I have no idea. Anyways, this is the one I missed. Map of London. anything over here? No. I think I pretty much have it all right now, I would say. Still, it says we have 4 character portraits. We already have that. What are we missing? I don't think that much, right? So it's only if you miss one, you go from poor to... This one we also had, it was malformation, and I don't see it to the right, so why is that not to the right? The other ones have like a marker on it that you already got them. This one has not. Well, I actually already discovered that one the first time around. But so if you only miss one, you go from a good character portrait immediately to a poor one. I have no idea, but... Right, I would say we're good to go, right? I cannot open up my booklet now, so let's talk with him.
Now tell me, boy, what brings you here?
It's my father, sir. He's missing. I don't know what to do.
What's his name?
George Hurst, sir.
Missing, eh? And what do the police say?
The police, they don't believe me. They say he's just abandoned me. But that's a lie.
And when was the last time you saw him?
3 weeks ago. He left for a new job. But this time, he was acting a bit strange and angry.
Strange? In what way?
He said to me, "Son, I'm out on a special job. Don't you dare move from here." I think something went wrong.
3 weeks? That's a long time.
Well, every day I thought he would show up. And anyway, I can look after myself.
Alright, I press the X button because that also brings up the HUD, and that was actually also one of the, it was not visible but because the HUD was disabled, but it is also one of the object buttons if he in the dialogue, and that's when I pressed it. I think I got like I can look after myself. That's what I objected to, and now I think I can, yeah, put like an objection to it. So let's indeed say you're 8 years old.
What were you thinking? You and your father are both at risk. You should have come to me much earlier.
I was afraid. I ain't got no family, and I've got no other place to go. If our landlord finds out that father left me, he'll throw me out on the street.
Tom, you've been very resourceful. We shall be discreet.
If only my mother was still here.
Let's quickly check if we have everything. Ah, that is it probably. I can now... I'm not sure how this works. We missed it. Initially I had a time limit, but this one I could activate after the first time limit expired during the second try. And it's also to the right, can read and use a map. So you can complement your first findings, I would say, but this one is not triggering the malformation. And that probably then also will not end up in the case file, I guess, but we'll have to see.
Very well. Your address, please, Tom.
12 Dorset Street. The first floor, door E. It's in Whitechapel, sir. But I ain't got no money to pay.
Who asked for money, Tom? Your case seems to be the very medicine I need. I'll meet you there shortly.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Right. Investigate George Hurst's disappearance. Alright, oh shit, I need to also probably remove that shader. There was like that black bar in the background that remained after disabling the HUD. Anywho, poor character portraits. Let's see what we have now here. Tom is 8 years old, his clothes are well worn and have multiple patches, neatly applied. Tom's parents are concerned for his well-being. His pale skin indicates that he's suffering from malnutrition. Yeah, so I missed the malnutrition is not in here and the map is also not in here. Is there no way? Yeah, this is also a bit my tutorial thingy. Is there no way to just start over? No, okay, it is what it is. Let's do first person view. Disable the HUD. For the next episode I will remap that disable HUD button because it really conflicts with the X button that is also used in the dialogue sequences. Let's just check out the place a bit. Just hammering the interact button. Of course I can enable the HUD and then like so, and then you see those circles popping up. But I will just try to get accustomed to do it without, because that's so much more, yeah, then you really have to look in the environment for clues instead of simply homing in on a big symbol or icon.
Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire.
Poor child. Holmes, you should help him.
True. I do like how they set up Holmes' apartment. It's a pretty cozy place, I would say.
My analysis table.
Anything more over here? Holmes? Nope. Alright.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Right, what do we have here? Crime and Punishment. It's pretty funny. I think Fyodor Dostoevsky. I think that was the previous Sherlock Holmes game. All his wigs and stuff. Holy shit. Pretty funny. Let's just leave it be for now. Pretty funny. We're going full Amish. Can you imagine having a moustache like that? This is also a pretty freaky beard. Alright, let's just leave that. So that is like the disguise departments. And what do we here? We can change clothes, outfits. I think festival, doctor, bandit. we are now in a festive attire. Doctor, bandit, pastor, sportswear, unbuttoned suits, farmer outfits, black suits, brown suit, green suit, grey suit, light suit, casual suit, overcoats, sailor outfit, morning gown, and we are back at festive. I think I am going to go with this one. I like pretty much. We're going as a farmer, why not? And let's check it outside. Anything happening? I think we are in Whitechapel. I must say that it's the Unreal 3 engine. I think it's the same. Yeah, or no, it's yeah, a lot of games from that era I think use this engine. I think also Aliens Colonial Marines use it. But I think that uses DirectX 9 and this is DirectX 11. It is not amazing, the graphics. It's pretty serviceable, but on the other hand it does have a certain charm. It's by no way astounding, like for instance Assassin's Creed Unity is, which is amazing graphics that game has. For instance, I think that's even a much older game than this one. I think it's 2014. But still, there is some level of detail here, so yeah, good enough. And they did really do a good job with the details, like this apartment. I must say they really did a good job with like the teapots and the chest pieces and the bread from breakfast. And you also have like this bear hide from I'm sure Sherlock Holmes travels around the world, just like these paintings. I'm not sure where they all are. And then you have like the globe, of course, and his love interest maybe, and his father maybe. So it's nice, full of details. It's a shame you cannot really zoom in. I would like to zoom in the camera a bit when looking at stuff. But alright, let's see what's over here. I think this would be the room of Dr. Watson. Not much to do here for now. Yes, there are some medical apparatuses, some injection needles.
Watson documents our adventures in here.
A study of cigar and cigarette ash, Sherlock Holmes. Bicycle tires, their unique impressions. The psychology of the human face, sailors, masons and cooks, Sherlock Holmes. Holy shit, Sherlock Holmes really is focusing in...
Watson documents our adventures in here.
He's really focusing in on very specific parts, like cigars and cigarette ash, and the psychology of the face of a cook or a sailor, and bicycle tires. Pretty funny. Holy smack! There's a doctor near a very poor sick girl. And also looking at the wallpaper over here, stuff like that. It's really well done. It does have really quite some detail, everything. So I for sure like it. And we are going on our way to that boy's house. No idea where it was. It was in Whitechapel somewhere. Just checking it out a bit, the world. This looks pretty high resolution, this one. Not really, but... looks nice enough. cannot access that one. Nor that one. Nor that one. And some kind of a duffel bag over there. And here we go. Hello, London. Very nice little apartment, I must say. And I also do like the jingle, the background music. It's pretty subtly action focused, like building the tension. Alright, the Strand. Fewer homeless people on London streets. The homeless are disappearing from London streets. Our social commentators are unable to provide any explanation other than the increasing level of economic growth. That and the desire for citizens to work and help build a successful, industrious country. Without any doubt, we should soon expect an improved quality of life in the City of London. If he sells the same one or a different one. No. Cannot interact with him. Tough talking recruit as fake in Patterson. Students mourn classmate victim of Saturday crash. No sidewalks for proposed road project. Right, a lot of local news. I'm just checking it out a little bit over here. I know during playtesting earlier today, I did 5 minutes of walking around. That this one is pretty funny. Yes, that's pretty funny, I must say. Right, let's see in our book whether we have a map. Tom lives in Whitechapel, 12 Dorset Street. Tom's year of birth, 1887. Despite his young age, he already knows how to read and use a map. Tom has suffered from malnutrition for many years. Tom is from a poor family, but it's clear that he is much loved. His parents have done all they can to care for him. Right, Baker Street and Whitechapel. Ah, we have to really get there. Investigate the disappearance of Tom's father, George Hurst. Explore Hurst's hovel on 12 Dorset Street, room E. When a young street urchin is found sobbing on the steps of 221B and tells of his father's disappearance during a secret special job, Holmes suspects foul play. Right, and what do we have here? Baker Street. So these are all the dialogues. Echoes, not sure what that is all about. Character portrait. We have a poor one. Yeah, so let's go to Whitechapel. But I think there's also to do it a bit more immersive. I think there's one over there, but there's also one over there, a carriage. Let's just take the carriage. And before doing that, over there it is. Let's do a little bit of a balancing test. I know that's over here. Here we go. It's pretty funny. If I make it. But this actually really is what this game is not about. And I hope they... I mean, it's a fun little mini game, but... Where does this bring us? Ah, that's a way to get to Whitechapel. But these like little mini games, they are fun, but I hope that they are not like the main focus of the game. The main focus should be solving interesting riddles and clues and challenges or cases. Alright, here we go. On our way to Whitechapel. Opening deduction. Hurst special job. 3 weeks ago, George Hurst disappeared while on a special job. Right. I always found this a little bit confusing, not really sure how it works, but we don't have enough information yet to make deductions. But also in the previous game, Crimes and Punishment sometimes had quite a bit of difficulty with these. Alright, open casebook. And continue.
These streets are too narrow for the cab. I'll have to walk.
Right. Get it. Lucky's bar. Alright, we have 4 more minutes left. This is North Street, and we want to get, I think, to Dorset Street, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, number 12, room E. And here we are. Number 13 and number 12. Alright, we will be investigating this building, but in the next episode, guys, first I'm going to tweak that disable HUD button because it bugs me a bit that it's the same button as during dialogues. And we are also almost hitting the 40-minute marker, so I do try to keep them around 40 minutes. Not making the file sizes too big for YouTube. They're big enough as it is. They're mostly like between 15 and 20 gigabytes. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Hope to see you in the next one. For the meantime, do not forget to always keep on gaming. See you later.